So the way that the system's set up now, we already know that it's something wrong and there's a change that has to take place. So the only way that we're going to be able to do that is if us females inspire the black man to rise, to come alive. However, if we never put it in check or we never help, then it's not going to change. And being a part of the whole, because God did not create us to be separate. God did not create us to have this, we have this, and somebody else has that, and just leave it at that. So it goes much deeper than just what we see in the physical right now. It's spiritually, mentally, then physically. So that's the only way we're going to be able to change. If not, it's going to keep going downhill. So.
Thank you. Hey.
We're nationwide, so we're in Baltimore, we're in Connecticut, North Carolina, Alabama, Atlanta. We're a little bit everywhere. In each area, we have a Universe of Future Learning. That's the name of the school.
The what now?
The Universe of Future Learning.
Okay.
And what we do is we learn the fundamentals: math, reading, writing, science. However, it's family oriented as well. So we learn the proper way to treat people, how to communicate, and we're about promoting life. So we have gardens, so we learn where the food actually comes from.
Okay, well, very, very good. But now, where can people, either young people, come and join your organization, or?
Yes, we actually have a flyer. We're on the web. We have a number, 1-800 number that you can call. What did you say?
Where's the flyer?
It's right here. We have a business card. Right, you can look us up on the web and see where your donation is going towards as well.
Really, it isn't a matter about $1 or $2 donation, but really, I think two things. First of all, basically, then you young people are homeschooled, huh?
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Basically.
And what's very, very funny, before you walked in, we were talking about the difficulties in education here in the Kansas City area.
Yes.
Now, because there was a young man in here yesterday that had just got it thrown out of school for 180 days, right? So what opportunity is he going to have as far as education? But like with you young guys, what do you see as being a benefit from being home educated?
Well, what I see that's beneficial is we're able to establish a relationship that we're supposed to as far as with our family first. And then when we move on like into the world, we're taking over the businesses that we already have established. We have a base or foundation, learn how to treat people, the proper way of life pretty much, and respect nature. So that's the main thing that's the base of how we operate, or the foundation, and then everything else we build on. So the different businesses, we're not going to be able to have a nation if we're not together. So we have to be working together. Whatever we have, we can give to you. Whatever you have, you can give to us, and we can work together. It can't be, this is mine, that's yours, you're going to stay over there, I'm going to stay over here. So it's about learning how to operate as one instead of individuals.
Well, and like I said, I wish my wife was here with the checkbook, because I would really give a bigger donation. But let me say this to you. God is working in a miraculous way here in Moving On Up Barbershop. Again, we are trying to get Kansas City, or to get the young people in Kansas City that are going astray, to lay down the weapons, to lock them up, to get an education. And I just can't say what a blessing it has been for me this morning, the producer of Rise Up Kansas City, to have been blessed that you two walked through Moving On Up Barbershop today. Because in you, like I said, a lot of young people, like I said, are going the wrong way, and these are, we want to help them. But like I said, to see two young people like you, man, and particularly for an old man like me, it means so, so much. But the last thing I'd like to ask, first you and then her, because this young lady right here already, she gonna be something. You understand?
Yes.
Because she is able to articulate a cause and something. And she says it in such an inspirational way. It really hits at the core about us here in Kansas City and all across Black America. We have to rise up, but we have to give back and share. That's really the thing that made our forefathers so great. I asked a little white boy the other day that we're going to bring in, that's a genius. I said, did you know it used to be against the law for black people to learn to read and write? And he said, oh man, that was terrible. And that's really the sad thing about education right now. Our forefathers died for us to get an education. And now, so many of our young black people are dropping out of school, right?
Yes.
Right.
And not because they can't do, but because they don't try. And that's really the sad thing. And that's really what I see in both of you. You're trying. You're at home. You're disciplined enough right now by yourself to pick up that book each day and gain knowledge. And that's what I'm asking you young brothers down in the murder factory. Lay down the gun and pick up a book. Come on, man, learn something. What's that old, come on, man, however they say it. Come on, man. You know, like I said, I ain't no preacher, and I certainly am not a godly type person.
That's right.
But man, for 50-some years of my life, I've been in the streets trying to help young people. My son showed me an article in the day about a guy named Terrence Newman. He plays for the Minnesota Vikings. He's 38 years old. I was his youth coach. It made me feel so good to see where he's at. And that's what we're asking for you young boys and you young girls. Most of you can be something. But I'm going to close, and then I'm going to ask the question to this young lady, because like I said, she might be the first female president. But I just can't express enough how sad I am that we are faulting the young people down in the murder factory, and we as adults are not accepting responsibility. How in the heck have we passed legislation or whatever that allows a 16-year-old from a dysfunctional family to make the decision to drop out of school? Isn't that stupid?
It is.
Right.
Huh?
It is.
Right.
How old are you guys now?
I'm 17.
You're 17?
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, I would thought she was like 15.
Me too, man. But isn't that incredible that adults made that decision because they couldn't figure out a way to control so many people that we'll just let them drop out.
Oh, they control them, they dropping them out so they can go to jail.
But there you go.
They control them,
There
the
you
control
go.
is still there.
There you go.
You ain't gonna be nothing if you drop out of school. It's set up for that. You're not gonna make it if you drop out. It's not
You're
gonna
gonna
happen.
sit behind the desk and sit behind the cell.
There you go.
One or the other.
So again, in the Rise Up Kansas City episode and all of the things like that, the thing, man, that I want to say to you young brothers down in the hood,
I got one more in front of you. Can we set your appointment for this afternoon?
listen. We are coming to help you. We are going to try to figure out ways that if you want to drop, not drop out of school at 16, but if you don't want to learn any more things like that, we're going to start getting you vocational training. That's really going to be your alternative. You're not going to be able to drop out of school anymore. You're either going to have to learn to become a plumber, a carpenter. You see what I'm saying? But we're going to teach you something before you leave our educational system. And I'm saying to the white people with the money and that are in power, y'all gonna have to change how you do business with us. Because the thing that I'm saying to everybody, and I'm going to start pleading, on Monday morning, all the money from the black churches in Kansas City go into one bank. Just like how y'all want to start a business, I want to start a black bank. Like I said, think of how much money our churches have every Monday morning. Think if we put them all into one bank. Huh?
Yeah, it does.
Then we can start to finance ourselves. That way, when young people like you want to start your businesses, you can sit across from another black man or woman, and they'll make the decision to give you that. That's how we're going to improve the inner city of Kansas City.
Yes.
All right?
Yes.
And I'm going to say one other thing. We are going to start buying up Kansas City. We are going to start improving Kansas City. And we are going to do it in a peaceful way.
Yes.
I'm saying this to the brothers in the inner city, to the brothers in the murder factory that everyone else is afraid of. Man, listen. We got a plan. You can either join us to help you, or you can be against us. All right? Now, the last thing I'm going to ask for is for you, young lady. Right? You're 17, and I would have never imagined that. But many young girls your age have already had children or will wind up with 5 or 6 children. But tell young girls, right, all across America, why it's important to have pride in yourself and your body and to not accept some scumbag. You understand? Make that man have standards. All right? Tell him what you think.
For females in general to have respect for ourselves, respect for our body, and also demand for the black man to be who he is, which is he's a godly. He's supposed to be taking control, period. Nobody's supposed to tell a black man what to do. That's just period. That's a part of nature. So the way that the system's set up now, we already know that it's something wrong, and there's a change that has to take place. So the only way that we're going to be able to do that is if us females inspire the black man to rise, to come alive. However, if we never put it in check or we never help, then it's not going to change. So because us females, we're a part of bringing life into the world, the only way we're going to be able to help is if the process of us bringing life into the world, we have to demand that whoever we're allowing to, or whoever we're bringing life into the world with, they're actually being themselves. They're taking control of what is theirs. And that's it. And being a part of the whole, because God did not create us to be separate. God did not create us to have this. We have this and somebody else has that, and just leave it at that. So it goes much deeper than just what we see in the physical right now. It's spiritually, mentally, then physically. So that's the only way we're going to be able to change. If not, it's going to keep going downhill. So.
Thank you.
Yes.
It's a down social community. These people is lost. And so there's some hungry people out here, and there's some people, a meal on a holiday that might, that's going to bring some joy. And we want to bring joy at least on the holiday and other days after that. So that's just our first movement, our first step in the movement. So we're going to rise up Kansas City with a toy and food drive, with giving interviews like you gave. That's why we recorded it, and that's why we needed it to be a part, because we want to reach every generation, every age bracket. We don't want to just be older. We don't want to be. I'm only 24, so we want to be midlife and for every
Yeah, okay. Alright, well, I recommend you all look us up
Yes,
on the
yeah.
web.
Well, we got your contact information. You know, that's you want to be confident about anything you're doing, and it does show your dominance. Men always want to be dominant, but it's not about being dominant. It's about being confident. It's about being respectful and outspoken. It's damn near disrespectful to speak to someone with your head down or moving around. You're not being clear with it. I was taught by an older black man when I was like 16 years old. If you want to reach someone, or if you want somebody to hear you and take you seriously, you speak to them in their eyes and you talk to them firmly and directly. And so that's what I was doing to you, bro. And that's what I want you to do when you out here, entering barbershops, beauty shops, wherever you're entering, wherever, it doesn't matter, and anywhere. You're not being disrespectful by looking someone in their eyes and telling them firmly what you're doing. I firmly ask you, what do you want out of a haircut service? I'm Miles the Barber. I firmly give you my card. I firmly shake your hand because I am a man. And I want us as men to be powerful again. So we weak right now. So we got to come up together. That's right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So you can come in here, you can stop by us here anytime you feel like it, bro. I'm not gonna always donate, but that's why I leave it open to the room. Because you can pull. I'm not the only one in. We pull it out of here. We're gonna pull it out of here. So we're gonna team up and everything. So yes, we wanna. I know you guys do cards, but you can kind of put like do it maybe a flyer style, so it could be like posted up. Yeah. Oh, there you go.
That's for our coffee, however.
Okay.
Our information is on there.
Yes, so we're hanging that up for you guys. On to there we go.
Yes, thank you.